Wrightsboro, Georgia, the town that was killed by the railroad. You heard me right. It was killed by the railroad. Only because the railroad came through a little town just below here called Thompson, Georgia. The original Wrightsboro Road runs for some 30 miles from the original town of Wrightsboro, Georgia, to the big metropolis of Augusta, Georgia, which was the biggest city in this area at the time. They built another road called Quaker Road, and it went from the town of Wrightsboro southward to Savannah. And here we have a very dirty board. And hey, say hello to my shadow. But yes, as you can tell, someone has attempted to scribble on it when it was wet and dirty. And here we see the marker for Wrightsboro Road, established in 1769, which was just a mere 250 years ago. And here's the start of the Quaker Road, and we'll look down it in a minute. This is now someone's driveway, but it also was 1769, just a mere 250 years ago. And this is the road as it goes up the hill to someone else's house nowadays. But it is still used, but not in its original form. And here we have an old roadbed, which nature has reclaimed. When the town was laid out, they originally thought it was going to grow, mostly by that 99-foot wide roadbed. So you know that's a wide road. And here we have the original meeting house. It has been several other things, and now it's part of a national treasure. And I don't know why they had this up here, because it doesn't work. But here's a list of everything that has happened in the meeting house. It was the house for the Quakers, a church, an Episcopal church, a Methodist church, and now part of the historical parts of Wrightsboro that is left. And this room looks the same as it did when it was originally built. Now this cemetery contains a lot of old family history, and a lot of the family's great-great-grandparents and grandparents of several famous people, such as the different state senators, Coca-Cola founders. You can go with a long list. And here's a description, and notice the picture right here on the plaque. Still the same thing. And the modern house. This little house has been here for a while. It was brought to the site, I do believe, from another location down the road. But this is a typical little house that was built in this area at the time. One or two little windows, very solid door, rough-hewed logs, big massive fireplace, and this house has the uniqueness that it's been added on to in comparatively recent history, probably 100 years ago. and the newest family gathering place, the big outdoor pavilion, which has plenty of seating, a big, gorgeous fireplace, and would make a great place for a fall winter family reunion area. And it, I'm sure, is not that well known, but again, you see this gorgeous fireplace. Just imagine yourself there on a nice crisp fall evening with all your family enjoying a fire.